Let's see. I have been attempting to get on live for the past half hour. As you can see, the sun is rising. I am not even sure if you can hear me, but we're going to go with it. My microphone was acting up, my camera was acting up, and my technology was acting up. So it's that kind of day. Thank you all for checking in yesterday and over the couple of days that I've been out of the loop. It's just life has happened and a lot of things are going on. And I wanted to check in with you guys to see how you're doing. I know a lot of you are going through some tough times, trials, tribulations, situations financially, medically, mentally, emotionally, the whole kit and caboodle. Yes, I'm wearing a jacket. It's 45 degrees Fahrenheit Celsius out here, and the sun is just about to rise. So, what does that mean for you? As we turn the seasons, wherever you're located, from warm to cold, cold to warm, longer days to short, shorter days to long, a lot of you out there have reached out to me and said that I just don't understand. I have this feeling, I have this emotion that things are not going right. I'm confused. And I'm here to tell you that, you're not the only one going through it. Not in a negative way, in a way that you're not alone. All the animals are rising now that the sun is out. The chipmunks, the hawks, the eagles, the whole kit and caboodle. Like I said, I live in the middle of nowhere. And the rooster. So what I'm saying is that, as I look at the world and all things that are going on with, I guess there's a lot of turmoil in the media. I know there was a lot of talk about the first game in NFL football, which I'm a diehard fan, so let's see. Which way? All right. So I'm excited. Don't hate, they lost, but it's all good. Still bleed blue. What is really happening in the world? Are we so in tune with ourselves of that this chaotic life is only happening to us? Are we reaching out to others and providing support, enlightenment, and empowerment to others? Or are we just kind of going with tunnel vision and going through life with what we call, why me? Now, as I am going through the different stages, as I said, I plan things according to me, but I also keep in mind that, different stages, different ages, times they are changing, as well as the world. It's changing, and anybody just me that feels that time is flying by, like beyond more than anybody can fathom. The reason why I am saying this is because I am going to do a complete revamp. If some of you all know, I've been watching my media content. I've been putting out a lot of content out there, but I'm not sure it's receiving well, whether it's due to formatting, the technology gods of SEO, or if it's just that we don't know what's going on with our minds, our bodies, the world, and it's the path of the unknown. So I'm here today to reach out to you again. I was supposed to reach out to you yesterday, but a lot of things happened on the home front that was unexpected. Thank you for those of you reaching out. But I want to kind of put it into clarity. In other words, my niche is that of mental health. I've worked in the sector for over 2 decades in social work and psychology. And I've been able to help individuals and empower individuals all over in different ages, different stages, statuses, you name it, homeless, the luxurious, or what have you. But my niche is I believe and I feel, and I'm walking into my calling, that I'm here to empower individuals, to allow them to transform at their own will, meet them where they're at, and take them from a life of adversity into a life of great advantage. and allow them to redeem themselves and have the opportunity to really find and ignite their authenticity and integrity and their identity. Or if they don't even know what it is right now and can't put their finger on it and, gain clarity, is to work with them on working with them. Now, what does that mean for you? As we design this life, or redesign in my case, we look at it, and I want you to go from resistance to resilience. I talk about that in Resilient and Rising, as well as what it means to press play on your life, plan life according to you, and the framework and mindset that I have adapted and adopted to it in putting it forward. It's just crazy. Social media is just I guess it's like a tornado of so much stuff, of fake news, of fabrication, of limited knowledge, limited creativity. But on the other hand, there is so much creativity that those get overseen, and they get kind of pushed by the wayside. So I want you today, as I'm, giving you my thoughts this morning, I want you to really engulf in what is your calling. I want you to look at the adaptive framework that I've created. Press play, plan life according to you, prepare, learn, adapt, be accountable, and say yes to you and yield to distraction and procrastination. And how do we do that? Is we learn from the past, but yet leave the past in the past. Because if we don't face our past continually chases us, and a lot of that heartache and hurt, we have to learn how to achieve personal freedom by forgiving and taking personal leadership. So within the next few days, I'm going to make huge transformation, huge adjustments in what I believe that is really my true calling, what I believe that, I am here to give to you, and what you have gifted and given me. I believe time is precious and time is of the essence, and the greatest gift is your time to someone, because your presence is their gift. So I guess in a long short of the version, hello Alex, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I'm truly grateful for you to be here as the sun is rising over here. I know it's evening by you, but I want you to really gain clarity. We run this hamster wheel of life. We're constantly helping others, especially women. We're constantly multitasking, and I want you to stop and press pause. Take the initiative. Take the moment and take the opportunity right now to ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, be grateful for everything that you have given, you've received, the people you've met, then, now, and in the future, and grateful for your life. Grateful, gratitude attitude, because that's going to set the tone of optimism and paying it forward, as well as being given the okay to receive help, that is. 2, I want you to look at your life and realize what is your passion and priority. What are the goals that you are aiming to achieve? I had set out my goals for the remainder of the year, and some of you I've been able to share them with, and some of you are going to see the fruition of those goals. But when you align passion and, when you align passion and priority to what you're aiming to do, that's going to lead you into action. And that's what we kind of hesitate towards. We plan, we learn, we lead, and then it's actually taking the action. So I want you to learn how to fly just flew in my ear. Pardon me. I mean, my eye. Wow. My ear. Like I said, today is just crazy. I was off the never. So yes, getting back on track. So number one, gratitude attitude. Number two, aligning your passion with your priority. What is the primary goal of your calling today that allows passion and allows goals? Jonah, I am gonna testimony to you because it happened to you last week or a few weeks ago. I said, anyways. All right. My bad. So the third thing that I want you to do is have fun. Life is too short, y'all. Life is just, I had a conversation with a family member last night, and she was just like, Andrea, you talk about play all the time. You talk about preparing and planning life according to you. When was the last time you actually played? And I said, I do it every day, 16, 18 hours. I'm in front of this computer, organizing, planning, prepping. And she said, no. When did you play? And I had to take a moment. And I was just like, I don't know. I mean, the last time I played probably was a couple of weeks ago, like right at the end of the summer. And I was with family and friends. Why is there a bus going by? I was a squirrel moment. I was with family and friends, and I was at my best. So I am really authentically integral, but I also want to kind of remind you and apply what I teach, not practice what I preach, apply what I teach. And so for all y'all, I am getting off the grid and getting out of the house this Friday, so I'm excited about that and going to play. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Yesterday just really threw me for a loop on so many different levels, personal, professional, and just all the things. And not being able to come in front of you guys as I made my commitment, come in front of, be present online, if you will, the past 3 days. Like I said, life is happening. It's just rough. Having that said, I'm still moving forward. So to wrap everything up, you don't have to be alone. It's crazy out here, and I get my news from my family, and I don't believe I can sustain staying connected. TV, news, media, radio, the whole kit and caboodle, social media that's outside of my scope. I don't believe I would be able to spiritually and emotionally survive nor thrive. However, I do want to be there for you. Please pardon me yesterday and over the weekend with the lackluster of posts, interactions, engagements, announcements, but it really set me back yesterday with all the news that I've got from A to Z that I really need to reset, recharge, refocus. I did a lot of work on the home front with my family as far as, straightening up, decluttering, and just downsizing. Because I need to be clear. I need to be focused. And I think if we just quiet the noise for a week, for a day, for an hour, just quiet the noise and be centered with that gratitude attitude, prioritizing your passions, and just applying what you're teaching or sharing with others on social media, you will have a better scope. So having that said, I appreciate y'all for everything. Again, just a heads up, Jonah and Squirrel is tonight, so I'm excited about that. And also to let you know, I have to reach out because my StreamYard is not working. As you can see, I'm on live. That's why it took me forever. So technology gremlins are just chiming in. But in the long of the short, I am here for you. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Everyone is healthy and safe. I just really need to reset. Yesterday really turned me upside down in perspective on my personal life, my professional life, my passion, my drive, and my purpose. So, we shall see what's in store for my technology the rest of the day, as it took me over 2 hours to get on here. And with that, I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Alex and Jonah. Thank y'all for making me smile, and I will see you when I see you. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day, and choose to press play. Plan life according to you. Later.